He's got the picture, but he doesn't have anything to go with it.
Remember last year
Now we went away. Now we're back.
It's got my ears popping.
It's got a little button. What? Okay, we are here at the Stroud Gymnasium having a little bit of technical difficulties, and hopefully you can hear us. The computer's not behaving nicely.
And it's usually me.
Yeah.
That's not behaving nicely.
Technical savvy is one thing we are not.
No.
You've been watching it, though. The Bulldogs lead Bismarck State 18-11. We're halfway through the first half.
Have a lot of different players. As you said, Ankeny has an injury.
They were wondering if he was going to be healthy enough to play today, but I guess they're going to keep him out. Coulter Merritt into River Hurley, and Hurley scores, and he gets the foul. And Mike, you had talked about that you ran into someone from Star Valley, Wyoming.
I did in Missoula, and he knew Coulter Merritt, and I talked to Mr. Merritt, his father, and he said that they have some relatives in Missoula.
Everybody has a relative in Missoula, don't they?
I don't, not anymore.
Hurley makes the free throw. And it's 21-11, 10-point lead by the Bulldogs halfway through the first half. Hurley in the lineup along with Stewie, Emmanuel Stewart, also Mark Huber and Jackson Berkeley for the Bulldogs. For the Mystics, Ya Gully is in. Also in the lineup is Leon Anderson.
Ooh.
Leon Anderson, how he came from Gothenburg, Sweden. That's a long road trip.
Yep.
Atticus Wilkinson also in the lineup. Do you think his parents were To Kill a Mockingbird fans?
Yeah. Harper Lee. We're going to have a little media timeout here.
Media timeout. Score Bulldogs 21 and Bismarck State 11. Back after this on the Bulldogs. We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium and talking to our producer, Dante, saying that the computer doesn't show that we're on the air, but we are on.
Yeah.
Well, on the is that online? I guess would be the correct terminology now. So we missed a half of basketball, maybe, and Bulldogs in action. Hurley puts up a shot. Got his own rebound and then tipped it out to Berkeley, who puts up a three. Jackson Berkeley hits three.
I'll tell you, Bismarck State is having a tough season. They're 1-22 on the season, but their win was at home against Bellevue. And it was really not a close game. It was 83-73. Bellevue, of course, one of the top teams in the league.
They were either in the top 25 or receiving votes for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think the loss at Bismarck, I think that was one of the things that knocked them out of the top 25.
And as you said, this is the first year in the Frontier Conference.
Stewie with the layup, and the foul is on Jan Gully, and he's thinking, no, but he was moving. He was still moving. I don't think he had his position yet.
Not in a good defensive position. And as you said earlier, Bismarck State's going to...
Actually, that was Alex Proctor.
Bismarck State is going to have football in the 27-28 season.
And Stewie completes the three-point play. It's 27-11 Bulldogs. Halftime, we're going to kick you out of your chair and bring Zach McCarthy in to talk athletic training.
He is one of 3 certified athletic trainers that the hospital impute St. James provides Montana Western with 3 certified athletic trainers, and what a great job they do.
Over Quincy Taylor back in the job. Oh, nice play after the steal and fast break. Quincy Taylor, the senior,
suffered that ugly injury last year.
And that was an offensive foul, definitely, against Leon Anderson, the freshman from Sweden.
And, you always ask me, do I know any alums of Bismarck? You're not a big WWE wrestling fan.
No, not.
But Brock Lesnar is a graduate and a former WWE champion. He graduated, and his daughter, Maya Lynn, is the 2024 indoor and the 2025 outdoor NCAA shot put champion.
Well, there's your other track guy. You're just recruiting.
Yes.
You've got some field events. And
she has graduated. She graduated from Colorado State, so I missed out.
Houston Davis puts 3 on the board for the Mystics.
Oh, he says, why not?
River Hurley with 3.
It's okay, River. You can smile. Remember, he hit 13 points that one night he came off the bench.
Billy Carlson with the steal, and he did it with a little bit of fun as Berkeley puts up and hits another 3.
Oh,
and the Bulldogs are starting to run away with this one. 7:02 left to play. It is 35-14 Western over Bismarck State. And they only have 8 players on their line on their bench too.
And I think I remember Carter Zeller from last year. I thought that kid should be playing football. Well, he's an outstanding basketball player as well.
Jackson Berkeley with another steal. Quincy Taylor with a nice, easy layup. And assists Berkeley, layup Quincy, and it's 37-14.
It might be a tough pick to find an offensive player of the game.
Alex Proctor with the layup, but he is fouled by Berkeley.
As we said earlier, Houston Davis is the team's leading scorer at about 18.5 points a game. He's also their leading rebounder, about 7.5 rebounds a game. And he shoots 85% from the free throw line. He's fair.
Yeah,
he's fair.
Yeah. Taylor going against Proctor across the timeline to Hurley. Three-point basket by Kyle Grueller. And the Bulldogs are raining threes.
He's a 52% shooter from beyond the arc. And I swear he looks like Abraham Lincoln to me.
He does before linking out the beard.
Yeah.
So the Bulldogs have 6 threes. Berkeley is 2 for 2. Grueller is 3 of 4. And Hurley is 1 of 1.
That's a pretty fair shooting percentage.
Yes. And the Bulldogs lead 40-15. Nice pass inside.
Oh, that hit the bottom of the rim.
But Schilling was right underneath the basket. Hurley tried to put up another one, hard off the backboard.
But he makes the difference on that shot, doesn't he?
He does. Stewie, I thought it got knocked out of his hands, and he put it.
And just for fun, Hurley tosses one up for 3.
Yeah, practice.
Perfect practice makes perfect.
You know, I had a nice little chat in between games with Kennedy Stormer. Oh, and I told her, you're inspiration to a lot of people out there.
And I was able to talk to her just for a second before the ball game. Congratulated her on the selection as NEIA National Player of the Week.
You know, those days of us where we used to come up. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more Frontier Conference basketball. Bulldogs lead the Mystics 40-15. We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium, Frontier Conference basketball, and we're going to look at the standings a little bit because it's a little bit conglomerated.
Yep, the top of the heap, of course, it's Rocky Mountain College. They are ranked number 23 in the latest NAIA poll. They're 14-2. Carroll College, 13-3, is sitting in the runner-up spot. Bellevue of Nebraska, 13-3. They're sitting number 3. Dakota State, 11-5. Number 20, Montana Tech. They're still the darling, as everybody says. They are 10-6. And right behind them, then, Montana Western is 9-7, as is Montana State Northern. Mayville State, tied with Dickinson State, tied with Valley City State, are all 5-11. Providence having a tough year, 3-13, and the visiting team here, the Mystics from Bismarck State, 1-15 in the conference.
And our buddy Quincy Taylor just added his name to the list of three-point field goals.
And it's so good to see him out there after that ugly injury that sidelined him for the entire season last year. So glad he came back.
Well, he was frustrated because he came over and talked to us before every game, first on crutches, and then by the end of the season he was off crutches, and you could just see, I want to go out there and play basketball. Look in his eye every time he came over.
Itching to play.
Yeah. And he's all healed up, and he's making a huge contribution today off the nice pass from River Hurley. Hurley getting nice minutes. He has 6 points already, but Mr. Taylor, 9 points. 45-19 Bulldogs, 3:03 left to play. Nice offensive rebound and putback.
That's killer. Zeller.
As you said, do you think Chris Stutzman, the new football coach, can do some recruiting off of the basketball team?
He's got some quickness. He's strong.
Off the bank is Stewie with another basket. Bulldogs lead 47-21. Bulldogs have Dickinson State tomorrow night, and Bismarck will head to Butte to face the Ore Diggers. And River Early steps into the passing lane, comes up with the turnover. And Stewie with another two. 49-21 Bulldogs. Chilling and Hurley, that was kind of a oops foul.
Got kind of an arm bar from that wrestling when he was in grade school.
Yeah. Oh, I talked to Bailey Saylor's dad. Bailey and Kiki have been playing basketball since the 4th grade.
Well, they played very well together tonight.
And you want to know how we got her? Kiki's mom saw her shooting baskets in the park and said, Bailey.
She wasn't going to school anymore?
No, she had left MSU Billing, not a pleasant experience, and was just kind of trying to figure out what to do. And Mrs. Kiki's mom recruited her. And the rest, they say, is history.
We're checking something out here.
Shot clock or something?
I don't know whether Pat Jensen brought something to the attention of the official.
Our officials tonight, Greg Morstein, Kevin Flato, and Kyler Tesh.
And we know Flato.
Yes, Western alum.
He and Ryan Sullivan are one of the few, or two of the few, who played both football and basketball here at Montana Western.
In this generation, I think that happened a lot.
In the old days.
Yes. Oh, there was a beautiful steal. Nice play by Mr. Alex Proctor from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Quincy Taylor tries a three from the corner, no good, and Schilling with the rebound for Bismarck. 1:12 left to play.
Yeah, hold.
Houston Davis with the basket. Davis from Belcourt, North Dakota, Turtle Mountain Community High School, and he played JC ball at United Tribes Technical College.
Handlos? Well, I was just looking at Tyler Inglet down there. I'm not sure I would. I don't know how many games.
I think he's played as necessary.
Yeah, so they don't want to waste a season by bringing him in this ball game. He is quite. He's a good basketball player. A little bit slender.
Well, I think we're probably going to see your buddy Carson Denning, your fellow Oregonian.
can remember when his sister was here, there were only 3 of us in the building that had ever been to Tualatin.
And only 3 that could actually say it.
That is true.
See, those are those stats that never make the scorebook.
Yes.
Stuff like that. Now we have to figure out who's got the brightest shoes on, because Quincy couldn't decide which color he wanted, so he wore one of each. Oh, and Coulter Merritt comes up with a steal all the way down to the stuff.
Look at the smile on that kid's face. His dad, his wife are here. Mom is at a wrestling tournament in Cheyenne, Wyoming with his younger brother.
1.3 seconds on the clock, and Bulldogs with a commanding 51-26 lead. And like I said, we're going to be talking to Zach McCarthy at halftime. Mike's going to take a break and coming up with stats.
Boy, it's getting physical here. Houston and Kyle Grueller all over each other.
Well, we got some information that Kyler actually gets 6 games before he goes off his red shirt year. So
then I do believe he'll.
And our scout says we might just see the little fella.
Yes, that'll be all right.
Kyler Inglet and Taylor Handlos, I always call them the miracle kids, how they got here and went to high school together, grade school together. Now they're going to college together. Yeah. What a great story.
And I think Houston Davis was called for the foul, but I thought they called them both. And so,
well, 1 second on the clock, not much is going to happen. Grueller shot up at the buzzer, no good, and it is off. So after 1 half of basketball, our score, Montana Western 51 and Bismarck State 26. And we'll be back with Zach McCarthy. We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium. Halftime, Bulldogs lead the Mystics 51-26. And this is an interview that we've been talking about for about 4 months now. We had a little bit of equipment difficulties. I guess I could interview, but you would have to yell really loud.
Yeah.
So Zach McCarthy, one of Montana Western's very fine athletic trainers, is here, and we're going to talk a little bit about athletic training and sports medicine, because it's really an important cog in the whole athletic department. Of course, Mike and I were around long enough. We remember Dave Kendall, and I'm sure you've heard Dave Kendall stories from Janelle.
Yeah, plenty.
Yeah, great guy. He kind of was one of the pioneers of what athletic training has evolved now. And it's sad you didn't get a chance to meet him, because he would like you for the job that you do with our kids. But so Zach, like I do with most of the interviews I have, I got to get a little background before we get into the nitty-gritty. So Zach McCarthy from?
Originally born and raised in Meridian, Idaho.
Okay.
Right outside of Boise. Okay. And then a lot of family up here. My dad grew up in Butte. My mom grew up in Anaconda. So a lot of Montana roots, but I am an Idaho baby.
McCarthy's kind of a popular name for this part of the South.
Butte, yes.
This part of Montana.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and then you went to school?
So I went to college at University of Montana. Go Grizz. So for 5 years, did grad school there, and then got hired here right after college and been here ever since.
So sports medicine is a lot of people I don't think really understand. You guys get called trainers a lot, and in reality, that's only part of your name.
Yeah.
Because you're an athletic trainer, and it encompasses so much. And a few years ago, Western, we went to St. James Hospital for the athletic trainer part of it. So you work for Western by way of St. James.
Yes, correct. Yeah, we are contracted with St. James, and it actually helps out Western a lot. Gives us a team doctor, team physician, gives us good access to their hospital and their good care there, and pays us very well. And the medical model is what they call it, instead of going through the school, and it's been fairly successful here. Never had any troubles with it or anything. So.
And you're one of 3 athletic trainers.
Yes.
Who are your counterparts?
So we have 2 other ATs, Nate Sheffer and Savannah Liver. She just got married this summer, and so we all split the sports up evenly. And
okay, so you're women's basketball, but you're also football in the fall, right?
yeah, and actually cheer too as well.
Okay.
But yes, football and women's basketball are my 2 main sports, and then Nate works football, men's basketball. Savannah works rodeo, volleyball, and our track and field team.
And your job is more than just taping ankles and fixing knees and stuff like that.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, but what's the average day like when you come to work? So you come to work on a Monday, not on a game day, but on a Monday. What's a quick look at a athletic trainer's day?
Well, I mean, especially at the collegiate level, it's a round of treatments or rehabs. So, I mean, if you're doing certain treatments, which is, your various cuppings, your electrical stimulations, whatever, or you're getting kids in and doing rehab, we are really big on preventative care. So we do a lot of prehab, which is exercises to get the kids stronger so they don't get hurt, so I don't have to do my job. And so I always say if I'm less busy on the court or on the field, it means I'm doing the job much better than, I don't want to be busy out here. And then you do your various times around the block schedule too. We have to work around the block schedule, because kids can't come in at certain hours. And so we're kind of open throughout the whole day. And then working practices. I work practice in the morning. The women's basketball team goes at 5:30 every morning. Well, about 3 times.
You got to be used to it. You've been doing it because you were here with the national championship team.
I was, yes.
So,
yes.
In fact, you and I were on the bench a lot of the national championship team.
Oh, yeah.
But the fact is that doesn't bother you when you're getting up at 5 o'clock, does it?
No, I think after a few years of Coach Woolley giving me crap all the time about missing a practice here and there, because one time my alarm didn't go off and didn't show up to practice till about 6:30, and he stopped practice, gave me a slow clap and everything. Ever since then, I have not missed a single morning practice.
How many alarm clocks do you have?
Too many to count. I'm one of those guys that has every 10 minutes, you have it set on your phone where it's it goes off at 4:20 and 4:30 and 4:40, but you can't be too careful,
Yes. Well, and getting back to the Karen stuff, Casey Hendren, Blue had the misfortune of blowing her knee the very first week of practice. She had the surgery very quickly and stuff like that. So I know you're helping her with her rehab, because I know she was saying she has moved up where she actually gets to do a little bit of jumping.
Yeah.
Now, do you consult with the surgeon that worked on her on what her rehab is, or is it how do you work that out of when she can do what she can do?
So the whole kind of protocol is we work with the surgeon. Yes, they give us a specific protocol that they want us to follow, and the athlete has the ability to go to a physical therapist if they want, but a lot of the athletes like to stay in-house because we're there every day. We can get stuff going every day. They don't have to go to certain appointments. We're located right in the facility. And then, they have checkups every 6 weeks, 8 weeks along that, just to see how they're going progression-wise and everything. But it is the continuity of care where we're like the middleman as far as the communication between the surgeon or the orthopedic doc and the patient. So it's gone really smoothly.
Well, I've talked to a lot of our student athletes that have been injured, surgery and stuff, and they're in high regards of everybody in that training room, athletic training room. Because
I'm not as much of a stickler as my other counterparts that used to work there.
Yeah, I kind of got it pushed into my head over the years, and so and then quickly as we wrap things up, don't you have some kind of expansion going on in the athletic training room?
Yeah, we're knocking out a wall in the AT room, and we're going into the women's locker room that doesn't get used as much, and so we're going to expand that to add more treatment area, more fun rehab toys just for these kids. I mean, everyone in the public would be shocked how much those kids actually spend time in there and how much it takes to play a collegiate sport. So Michael's been really good about being on top of sports medicine and wanting the expansion, so we're really excited about that.
Well, and all that sports medicine means something because you're an integral part. You and your counterparts are integral parts of success because you've got a championship ring that shows that you were part of a national championship team. And,
Absolutely.
And the fact that, it's so important, and from an outsider looking in, I love to see how you guys work, and you just don't cover the Bulldogs. If someone gets hurt wearing the other color jersey, you guys are there just as fast as if it was a red and black jersey.
Correct. Yep. Because at the end of the day, you gotta make sure that everyone's okay.
I'll tell you a quick story. Janelle Hanlos, when she was an athletic trainer, we had played Carroll College and beat them in the conference tournament championship. And I was riding back with Kevin Inglet, and we were waiting for her to come back, and she kept waiting and waiting. And she finally came out and said, "Was somebody hurt that we didn't know about?" She said no, it was one of the Carroll players, and she needed some help, and I wasn't going to go anywhere because as far as I'm concerned, they're all my kids.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a pretty good definition of what athletic training is all about.
Yeah, that's a great story.
Yeah. Zach, thank you very much for coming in.
Yep.
Zach McCarthy, one of Montana Western's very fine athletic trainers, and we'll be back with more basketball and stuff. We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium. Had a nice little visit with Mr. McCarthy. Zach, one of our very fine athletic trainers. You know, some athletic trainers they want you to say athletic trainer, but he said, I'm not quite as picky as the other guys.
Well, the Western is so lucky. They have 3 outstanding young people who have done just a great job for us. Our athletes are in good hands, just in case of what we always hate might happen, just because of the possibility of an injury, even just a soreness, something that they that might keep them on the bench. We've got some great people that take good care of them.
Well, it's when we look at the stats from the Bismarck only has 1 player in double figures. We only have 1 player.
We only have one, just Kyle Grueller.
But we have 8 players that have scored.
Yeah.
So, and you know, this is one of those games that the Bulldogs needed to have. They are on, which you don't say very much with Bulldog basketball. They're on a 5-game losing streak.
They have. That's been a tough, and they were all on the road, weren't they?
Yeah. Except for Montana Tech. Yeah. And by the way, our friend from Montana Tech, that is a Western grad, wanted me to make sure he passed along hi to you. You know, because you were recovering from a little medical procedure against Tech was here.
Let's bring that up.
Yeah. I didn't say what it was.
Well, yeah. And you know, I ended up with a scratched eyeball. I know. That's a long journey.
Yes. How long did it take? Because I know Doug Krager rescued you with some John Krager with some eye drops. How long did it take for it to?
Really 3 days.
Okay.
And it felt really. Well, I kept dribbling that stuff in my eye despite the burn, but through 3 days it was pretty good.
You know, I got to remind everybody. I love hearing about history of our school, and if you want to hear all kinds of stories, read our Facebook page, the Alumni University of Montana Facebook page. Great stories. Did you know that we almost went to a bowl game?
You told me that.
Yes,
that was
and
surprising.
I'm going to make you go read it. I'm not going to tell you about it.
I was here when they had the Copper Bowl.
71.
Kids from Montana.
No, 70.
70. Kid from Thompson Falls.
Don Heater.
Don Heater was an outstanding running back. And I remember him as a running back, but I just remember him running over me.
Well, didn't you meet him years later? You were both visiting home. He was a mining engineer in South America, and you met him. And there was a very close game between Western and Montana Tech. Some people claim that Don Heater didn't score the touchdown to win the game. And what did he tell you? He said, I did score it. Joshua Whitehead all the way down, coast to coast. Whoa, Mr.
And David Young smiling at him. Ooh.
Well, then they turned it over. They let a basket go. Too much celebration, but Mr. Whiteside blocked the shot, got the ball, dribbled it the length of the court, and dunked it.
He is talented.
And Stewie inside out, no good. And it's 53-28.
Now you've got Davis and Zeller together. Those two, I could make tight ends out of both of those guys.
Or outside linebackers. Maybe even a strong safety.
They are strong. They move pretty well. And we've talked about it. Davis is the leading scorer for the Mystics,
and there's
the leading rebounder.
Yeah, and he just scored another 3. 53-31.
And Billy Carlson said, I was guarding him.
Stewie goes inside, little banker, and it's good. 55-31 Bulldogs.
Coach Kevin Rice, this is a long season. He gets through this one. He's my pick as Coach of the Year.
Well, his transition from junior college to four-year college hasn't been as smooth as he probably would have hoped to have been.
But he has infused this team with some spirit. Ooh, the shot clock expired.
Shot clock violation. Schilling shot no good. And I'm not seeing number 3, Eric Shadowone, in the lineup, so he's one of the, didn't make the trip.
No.
I wonder if he got caught by the flu bug. Flu's kind of going around everywhere.
Oh, it has swept through the elementary and middle schools here in Dillon.
And high school.
And it's not COVID, it is just a vicious flu.
Yeah. $17:30 left to play.
And it was block break yesterday and today. So all of those kids that might have been sick
Had a chance to go home and rest up a little bit.
and give it to their families.
Probably so.
Yep. We call a foul on.
Foul on David Young.
Yeah.
So Mystics trailing by 24. Shot no good by the Mystics quickly down court. Oh, Kyle Gruler with 3.
Oh, and well guarded by David Schilling. He still got it off.
Well, I think it's those long arms you were talking about.
Oh, nice pass.
Oh,
wasn't it?
beauty. Yeah, that was pretty. Y'all goalie. And it's 58-33. Stewie inside. Turnaround jumper is good.
Off the backboard.
You like those backboard
chairman
shots.
of the board. I think it improves your percentage.
That's old school basketball.
Yeah. Probably not going to get you on ESPN. Although Kyle has been on ESPN once this year.
Short off the front of the rim and all the way down. Billy Carlson's got it. He goes off to Gruler in the corner. Gruler says, nope, I'm going to take a couple steps in. And now he backs out and hits another one. So he didn't like the corner, but he took the elbow instead. Wow. Bulldog lead has jumped to 30. It's 63-33. And I think the fatigue factor may be entering into Bismarck. Stewie has it. He's going to go inside, and he's tripped. And Stewie's on the ground, little slow in getting up.
And there's Michael Filey, the athletic director, out kind of cleaning up. We're not going to get to see that very much anymore.
No,
Mr. Filing is moving on.
Took a job in Nebraska. He said he and the family are excited. He mentioned the fact that his sons have more baseball opportunities, and his wife's work, which is basically online, is a lot of upfront clients now. So anyway, we're going to take a break and be back with more basketball. We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium. We played 5 minutes of the second half, and the Bulldogs lead by a score of 63-33. Still no action at the lower end of the Bulldog bench. But Kyle Gruler's out, and Jackson Berkeley is in, along with Mark Huber.
Maybe we should say a little something about Tim Nolan and Gary Haverfield, who are the assistant coaches.
You know, Gary Haverfield was a pretty good all-around athlete in his days at Western. Made all-conference in basketball one year, but he won, like, several track titles.
Yes.
Because when you look up there in the banners of track, he was part of some of those track teams in the early 80s.
And, of course, he had the two sons, Tanner and Michael, two of the finest young men that we've had a chance to meet here.
Yes.
In basketball.
Well, the smartest thing that Gary ever did was marry Terry.
We should maybe have her over here to interview her.
Terry says no.
Well, we'll talk her into it.
Emphatically no.
I'll steal her camera and then you.
She can't.
Ooh, nice
play inside. That was Carter Zeller, another one of your tight end / linebackers.
We're gonna try to bring you in and talk at halftime one of these games.
Jackson Berkeley lays it up and in. And she said what?
Just shook her head.
68-35 Bulldogs. From the free throw line is good by Houston Davis, exercise science major.
Oh. Merritt went by him like he was standing still.
Coulter's having fun. That grin you talked about before is still there.
Well, he broke away for that dunk.
He can't be showing off for mom and dad because...
Mom's in Cheyenne.
Yeah. But he is showing off for dad and wife, the missus. And Stewie's called for a foul, and kind of agree with him. I don't know if it was... I think he got more ball than body, but...
This is Zeller. He's a 73% free throw shooter.
Good reason why.
Easy.
Nice form. From Fargo North High School, Fargo, North Dakota.
Oh, I jinxed him.
No, there's no such thing as the announcer's jinx. Berkeley puts up a three and hits it. Jackson Berkeley another three. The Bulldog lead grows to 73-38. And Pat Jensen is looking towards the end of the bench. Well, he didn't quite make it all the way in. Quincy Jensen back in. And Zeller with a nice move to the basket. Lays it up. 73-40.
I think Merritt blocked that first shot, and Zeller got the offensive rebound. The Bulldogs are being out-rebounded.
Berkeley from the other side. This one no good, but who gets the rebound? David Young of the Bulldogs. And Merritt thinks about a three. Nope, I'm going to take it in, but he gives it out to Berkeley. Berkeley hits another three.
And now I'm going to have to tease him that he's getting to be a good shot because of that mustache. Remember when we teased Jacob Ankeny when he got his haircut? He just became a stud.
Shot up and no good, but an offensive rebound by Proctor of the Mystics. And Stewie steps in the way of a passing lane, comes up with the steal, goes all the way down, hands it off to Berkeley. Berkeley's going to go inside, now flips it out. Oh, Huber had it, but Huber shot bounds out of bounds. And Berkeley went up close and personal to the bench.
Now, there's another guy that I think would be a fine football player, Jackson Berkeley.
He could join his brother.
His brother is a little more refined, but Jackson is pure power. Who can shoot the lights out?
I'm thinking he had football honors somewhere in his background.
I'm pretty
from
sure.
Billings. Shot clock down to 12. Proctor thinks about a three. Now he's going to step inside. Good Bulldog defense. And he goes up against Young, misses it, but rebound and put back to Leon Anderson, the freshman from Sweden. 76-42 Bulldogs. 11 minutes left. Berkeley's second shot doesn't go in, but Merritt's offensive rebound put back, it does go in. 10:46 left to play. Gully to the free throw line after being fouled shooting.
Billy Carlson in for the Bulldogs. Remember when we were first talking about David Young, he was the MVP of the conference tournament when he was playing at Lower Columbia Community College, a tournament that they won.
Well, Pat Jensen was it smart bringing him to Western?
Now I wonder if Quincy has another pair of shoes just like the ones he's got on.
I think you're probably right. Billy Carlson from the corner. Everybody's joining the three party. Oh, that was pretty. Gully, nice stop and a nice little move up to the basket.
That man knows how to jump stop.
He could coach some of the people that you've talked about that don't know how to jump stop.
Oh, Berkeley missed that one. He's way too close.
Oh, foul on Merritt.
Yeah, Houston Davis has quite the advantage over Coulter Merritt.
Around the Frontier Conference, Bellevue beat Carroll. Dakota State lost to Rocky in a close one, 60-58. And Mike, how about a little word on Sparky's?
Right, for lunch or dinner, it's Sparky's Bar and Grill. Treat your palate to a great selection of mouth-watering items. Choose from burgers or salads or sandwiches or soups, and they even have 4 varieties of chicken strips. If those tasty treats don't interest you, try entrees with the special Sparky's touch, like brisket, chili, or chicken fried steak or jambalaya. Side dishes and starters include Sparky's mac and cheese, southern fried pickles, fried cheese curds, and the Sparky's lug nuts. Add a cool beverage to make your meal complete. It's all there and more at Sparky's Bar and Grill at 420 East Poindexter here in Dillon and at 222 East Park in beautiful Uptown Butte.
Have you tried their deep fried pickles?
No.
They are good.
Have you tried the lug nuts?
I haven't tried those.
They are unique. And they give you a couple of different sauces to dip things in. And, you know, those people are so nice. So remember, we used to go there for breakfast. Had a great breakfast.
Yeah, and I keep trying to get Marcus to bring it back again, and he's...
Yeah. Sometimes we'd go there and there'd be 20 people, and sometimes we'd go there and it'd be you and me and Charlie.
And and Mel, our server. Under 10 minutes left to play. 81-47 Bulldogs. Mistakes ball and nice little jumper from the free throw line by Gully, and it's 81-49. Around the Frontier Conference in progress. Northern is leading Mayville State. Also, Providence is trailing Valley City. Billy Carlson puts up another 3. It's a close one in Butte. Montana Tech leading Dickinson State 39-32. And, of course, Dickinson State will be here tomorrow night to face the Bulldogs. And there was kind of not a smart foul.
Just a simple high-low. Houston Davis gets the ball up high. Guy steps into the lane, and I think that was Zeller, and that has Coulter Merritt behind him. Just dump it in.
Well, Mike, the Bulldogs are 13 of 30 for 3 points. 3-point land. 13 of 30.
Oh.
And Berkeley's going to send Davis to the free throw line to shoot 3.
I think Davis came down on he's walking it off, but I think he came down funny on Berkeley's foot.
He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 3. And this is what you don't want to do. Basically giving away free money.
Because Houston is the team's leading free throw shooter at about 85%, and he gets 3 shots.
Well, nothing but net.
Suddenly got very quiet in here.
I think people... Hey, Kyler Inglet has his...
Oh, he does.
And all
so
the boys
Carson
at the end of the... Yeah, he does. They're all ready to go in. 9:03 left.
3 in a row.
He got them all. There's a reason why he's an 85% free throw shooter. 84-52 Bulldogs. 8:55 left to play. Oh, beautiful pass from Berkeley to Merritt. Merritt couldn't finish, and offensive putback no good. So Mystics with another chance to take another nick out of the Bulldog lead, and Davis goes in and misses it. Almost gets his own rebound, and it's off the hands of a Mystic, I think. Are they going to give it to Mystic? I think it's off a Bulldog then.
And
looks like Gully will put the ball in play for Bismarck State. Ooh, nice move to the basket is good for the Mystics. 84-54. 30-point lead for Montana Western. 8:15 left. Remember, tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, Bulldog women against Dickinson State, followed by the Dickinson State-Montana Western men's game at 7. And Whiteside is fouled as he goes to the basket. He'll get a couple.
And you said Dickinson was tight, or in a tight game with Montana Tech. Tech is a fine, fine basketball team.
Oh, that was a little rock thrown up there that didn't go anywhere. Nine-point lead by Montana Tech with about 13 minutes left to play. And Whiteside gets 1 out of 2. And the Youth Challenge cadets are very vocal.
Yeah, the new class is going, 128 of them, I think. Uh-oh.
Oh, steal, and here comes a dunk at the other end. 87-54, and timeout on the court. 87 Bulldogs, 54 Mystics. We will be back with more Bulldogs. We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium. 7 minutes, 38 seconds left to play. It's been all Bulldogs from the opening tip, and the Dogs lead 87-54.
Hurley's back in for the Bulldogs, and so is Merritt.
Well, and I see jerseys off, warm-up jerseys off at the end of the bench, so we might get a chance to see some of the Bulldogs that still have a chance to play one game before they lose their red shirt
And Houston Davis has got a tremendous mismatch against any of the Bulldogs defenders out there.
Anderson stuffs it for the Mystics. It's 87-56. Quincy Taylor for two. Quincy Taylor for two. 89-56 Bulldogs. Three-point attempt is an air ball as it just floats out of bounds.
No dog pound.
No, but the cheerleaders just let it bounce in front of them.
Get your hands up, ladies. You're open.
Yeah, nobody around. Huber sets the offense for the Bulldogs. River Hurley, no good. Rebound to Davis. Houston Davis. Shot is up, no good. Good defense by the Bulldogs at the other end. Oh! Pretty pass from Billy Carlson to Coulter Merritt. That was pretty. Oh, mama, was that pretty.
Do you think that they practice? No, they wouldn't practice that.
Well, they probably do when before everything gets serious in a practice. 91-56. Quincy Taylor puts up a three.
Quincy throws the ball up. Carlson goes back on defense. Didn't even turn around to see if it went in.
Tie up. Billy Carlson ties Proctor up. And Ben Erbacher comes into the lineup for the Bulldogs.
Carlson's got a running commentary with somebody behind us, smiling, laughing.
I ran into him at the grocery store. I said, Billy Carlson, and he came around the corner and he goes, I knew it was you. I recognize your voice.
Yeah. Now, this is the first time I have seen Ben, freshman guard out of Billings West. Carson.
Oh, Carson Denning almost had it. Rebound finally collected. by Mr. Black. Shot is up and no good. Denny thinks about a three. Now off to Carlson. Hurley has it. Oh, Carlson stepped right in front of Denning. But Denning gets the ball anyway, and it's a three. 97-56 Bulldogs. And here comes Kyler Inglet.
Carson is a redshirt senior.
And he's been through the wars at Western. Oh, Carson Denning all the way down. Oh, behind the back pass, and then Carlson finishes it, loses it, gets the rebound, and Hurley steps behind the three-point line, and it's a three.
100. Is your watch saying loud environment?
The Apple Watch has many functions. One of us is telling us how loud, and we don't even have the dog pound here.
No.
But we do have a class of 128 Youth Challenge students.
Last year, my watch went off and it said, "It appears you have fallen." It was so loud behind us.
And Kyler Inglet checks into the lineup as the Bulldogs have hit the century mark, 100-56.
We're going to take a timeout.
We're going to take a timeout. Why don't you tell us about the foundation?
What does a scholarship mean to Montana Western students? It means getting an education without being burdened with debt. It means being thankful for the generosity of others in order to follow your dreams. It means paying it forward one day when you have the capacity to make a difference. So thank you for supporting scholarships, programs, and students at Montana Western. If you'd like to learn more about supporting Montana Western, contact the UMW Foundation at 406-683-7305. You and I both have some scholarship monies involved in the UM Foundation.
You give money, you give a scholarship in memory of your sister.
And you for your
mom.
Mother.
Yep. In fact, we give the same person the scholarship.
We did. Yeah.
Isabella Lund is our scholarship girl.
And
Casey Hendren has it, but she is unable to play for a while. Looking around, Northern, with just 3 minutes left to play, leading Mayville State big. Providence and Valley City locked into a tight 165-62 Valley City halfway through the second half. Montana Tech and Dickinson 48-41. The Diggers on top with half a half to play. And like we said, we'll have Dickinson here tomorrow night. Quincy Taylor steps back and hits a Baker three. Off the bank.
You have to call that before that counts.
103-56 Bulldogs.
It's not like I've got a date, but let's get this one over. Oh.
Wilkinson, Mr. Atticus Wilkinson puts three in the book, and it's 103-59. Hurley thinks about it, goes back to England. He'll put up a three. Little hard off the glass. Rebound to the Mystics. And at the other end, Gully just floats through traffic and floats it in. 103, and the crowd got quiet all of a sudden. 2:28 left to play.
Oh, look how quick he is.
Oh. Mr. Erbacher gets his name in the scorebook. 105-61. 2:12 left to play. Hurley called for the foul. And this will send Black to the free throw line, the junior from Dallas, Texas. Mass communications major. I wonder if he's a Cowboy fan.
Lockhart, Texas?
No, his name is Black. He's from Dallas, Texas.
Oh. Yeah.
Black gets both free throws. It's 105-63.
Yeah, I don't want to be going in there.
Hurley's shot was blocked, but the loose ball comes back into the Bulldogs' hands. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hurley steps behind the three line and he hits it. 108-63. Under 2 minutes left to play, and Bismarck State wants timeout. Will let him.
Haverfield.
We're back at Stroud Gymnasium, a minute 28 left to play. Bulldogs lead big. Kyler Inglet just got a block shot. Good job, Mr. Inglet. From the deep corner, three-point shot, no good. Denning with the rebound, nice outlet pass. Oh, reverse layup by Ben Erbacher, and it's 110-63.
He didn't get all the way stepped out of bounds.
1:02 left to play. And Inglet gets the rebound. So he's got a block shot and a rebound. Under a minute left to play. It's all Bulldogs, 110
the big
to
E.
63. Off of Taylor's hands and out of bounds. He's the old man of the group, you know.
He really is.
Yeah. We got to ask him about if he knows where the other two shoes are. Shot up by Black is no good, but he is fouled, so he'll go to the free throw line.
Called that one on Quincy Taylor, I think.
First free throw is good. As is the second. 110-65. And I'm guessing that Quincy Taylor's just going to dribble it around and he's going to play catch with somebody.
Yeah, because the shot clock is off. Oh.
Yeah.
I have never seen that.
No. We are at a basketball game and a soccer game match breaks out. And we're going to call Bulldogs break that 5-game losing streak with a dominating 110-65 win. $110-65, our final, and we will be back with a wrap-up. We'll have our Sparkies players of the game, and we'll look at stats, and we'll do that We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium. We're having a dilemma right now coming up with our Sparky's defensive player of the game. Our offensive one we're going to give to Quincy Taylor. Hasn't played much this year, getting back into Quincy form. Quincy finished with 17 points and 3 rebounds. He had 1 assist, and he was 3 of 4 from three-point land. So we're going to give our offensive to Quincy, and our defensive player is going to go to Billy Carlson. Billy Carlson did good. He had 6 points, a couple of threes, but he had 3 defensive rebounds, a total of 4 rebounds. He had 6 assists, but he also had 2 steals. So Billy Carlson coming away with defensive honors today, and Quincy Taylor with offensive honors. And we're going to wrap things up really quick. We'll be here tomorrow for Dickinson State coming to town to face the Bulldog women at 5 o'clock, followed by the Bulldog men at 7 o'clock. Good Frontier Conference basketball. So on behalf of our producer, Dante, I'm Wally. This is Mike, and we'll